Hello everyone, this is Vicki Verley. Thank you so much for joining me for your monthly Tarotscopes. These monthly mini readings offer a glimpse into what it's really like to have a personal consultation with me. A private reading is much more personal and in-depth. I psychically tune into your energy and get visions and impressions that are specific only to you. If you would like to order a personal reading from me, or check out some of the other products and services that I offer, you can do so by checking out the link below. And now, without further ado, on to the reading. Cancer. Hello Cancer. I'm starting with the cards already out because something funky happened with the camera. It kind of went, and I did do the initial shuffle and everything live, but something kind of funky, it just shut off unexpectedly. I'm not figuring out what it is or why. So I'm going to go ahead and start again. I'm afraid to sit down and see if something happens. Let's see. Let's do it. So this is for Cancer for January 2015. And as I said, I was well into this reading before that thing shut off on me. You know, you've got there's some sword cards. You know, so there's some hurt feelings. There's some upset, some sorrow. And, you know, something could have really come to a head here real recently. I'm kind of feeling, because we got all this fire here, this could have already happened in Sag, which would have been, you know, November 20th through December 20th-ish. And it does feel like we're fighting, we're arguing. It feels like we're going round and round and getting nowhere. That's what it feels like, with this card too, especially. This card is important because it says that there's this karmic debt, or this thing that had to be experienced, this karmic situation. In reverse, it's saying, you know, you've experienced it, you don't have to keep doing it over and over again. And the other thing is, you've got Judgment and Star, two heavy angelic cards. I'm going to have to keep standing up and checking this camera to make sure it's on. Sorry if this is be a little bit of a strange recording for you guys. We'll still get the message through, though. So these two angelic forces, spirit guide cards, and, you know, being in tune with your life path and soul contracts, all that good stuff falls under the realm of these kind of cards. These two are the main ones of those, that kind of energy. And you got both of them. However, they're in reverse in both cases. And that is how we get to these places like this. You know, Ten of Swords. Now, Ten of Swords and Three of Swords are in reverse, but they're, you know, that just means maybe it's lessened the blow a little bit. But these are not. These are cards of hurt, pain, sorrow, frustration. You know, fruitless. It's fruitless to keep doing this. That's whatever it is. And I feel like it's self-inflicted to a point. If it involves another person, it's saying, you know, you have to maybe step away from them. And that's how you have control of the situation, is by not continuing to do this. And I feel like it's just over and over and over again, right? And what was I going to say about this Ten of Swords? Something was coming to me. I kind of lost it. Oh, but I wanted to look it down here. I'm jumping around because I want to kind of cover this part and then cover the other parts. But this Six of Swords is in here, and this is about leaving something behind. And coming out of the turbulent water and being able to see clear again. See your way clear to get to where you're going, to where you want to be. You know, and I always look at this card, and I always say, well, what are they leaving behind? Three of Swords. What are they heading towards? The world. So where Ten of Swords and the Tower, these are some of the worst cards in the deck. You also have one of the best cards in the deck. Some of you might just be traveling. You might be planning a trip to go abroad or something, traveling the world. I mean, that could be another part of it. But really, even if you are traveling the world, whatever, it's symbolic of we're getting away from this and we're going towards this. And this has been around. And one of the things that I said in the beginning of the other reading that got cut off or whatever, you know, I feel like some of this can be loss of, around the holidays, those losses are just so prevalent, you know. And I know that myself, because my whole family of origin is gone. You know, been gone for some time. I mean, I have kids, but, you know, they're gone. And all those memories, and my brother in particular, his birthday was in December, my birthday's in December, You know, we were just always, December was always just such a really happy time of us hanging together and birthday parties and fun stuff, you know. And now it's just, there's this emptiness there. And it's, in my case, it's been over 10 years and it just never goes away. You know, this year's okay so far, but, you know, it can be rough for people who have lost. And that's what this stuff can be too, with these angelic cards and this painful stuff. Sometimes these are people who have passed on. Your spirit guides and angels are the part of you that, you know, this is all about your soul path and your soul contract, though. And when these cards show in reverse, it says we're not intending for you to stay in this mode. And some of you, I'll be honest, some of you there could be relationship problems. You know, these kind of cards show up in relationships because nothing hurts you more than that. What hurts you more in your relationship? You know, that's where your greatest joy and your greatest pain comes from, right? So that it could be for a lot of you. And in any case, it's like, you know, Spirit's saying you don't have to stay in this mode. Or maybe these people who have passed on are around and they don't want you to be sad. You know, they want you to be happy. It does feel like a beating of a dead horse in a way, too, and the wish card is here. So your wish is not going to come true. This is a relationship, they're not going to see things your way. If this is your loved one, of course, you know, you can't bring them back. They're on another plane, they're in another dimension now. So there's that. There's this moroseness, there's this, you know, regret. But it's time to move on. It's in instances where it may be a specific relationship, it looks like there's this fire sign. Or this could have started like in Sag time with all this fire energy. Notice we got a queen and a king, both of fire, and both in the upright position, but I'm almost still feeling like it's the same person. I don't know. Because I'm feeling like at one time you really thought you could have a path with this person, or you guys were friends, or you thought that they'd always be by your side. Whether they've passed, or you broke up, or you're fighting, or whatever. You always thought that they'd be with you. And it didn't work out that way. You had big dreams and big plans of the future together. And it didn't happen that way. Or it doesn't look like it's going to be able to happen that way. And there's loss. There's loss around it. But it's time to move forward, especially with all these cards here of the spirit guides in reverse, not wanting you to stay stuck in this situation. The path that you want in front of you, a lot of this is about moving to the future. This card is moving to the future. This card is moving to the future. Looking on and beyond where you are now and looking forward to other things. Anytime that camera makes that little noise, I'm jumping up to make sure it didn't shut off. And going towards having your dreams become a reality. And the world is your oyster. And the world's in here, too. He holds the world in his hand. What was I going to say about that, though? And you're building this new life. You're building, it's going to require you rebuilding. So if these people are gone, you're going to have to rebuild new traditions and new things to do on the holidays. If you broke up, then you're going to have to try this other, there's going to be a newness about it, about building a new life or a new tradition for yourself. But it's going to be better. It does look better. It does look brighter. But it doesn't come without loss. It's great change, and it has to do with loss. Pluto, when I say great change, I think of Pluto in astrology, and it has been opposing. It's been in Capricorn here, and you Cancers are getting your opposition. Pluto's opposing you. So, yeah. You have to look at your exact chart to be more certain on this, but I'm sure many of you have been going through big changes with Pluto there. It's a few-year span here. It's not a real quick passage. It's something that lasts over several years. But anyways, let's go ahead and move on. I am going to be doing my own deck. I've been working furiously on my own. I'm really inspired about the animal deck I'm creating. But of course, I know me, and I know how that goes, and I may lose steam, so I don't want to say it's going to be out by any specific time, but I am doing an animal deck. And I'll be using that eventually, and I'll be announcing it when it's ready. But this is what came out for you guys while I was talking. Silk moth. Now, I would put it in the category of a butterfly just off the top of my head, and transformation and spreading your wings and flying. That kind of relates to the card reading too, right? But the card itself says fertility, success, and fulfillment. It's pretty nice. I'm trying to get it where I can see it. So you have to have some light in this room. This lighting is tricky. Pretty tricky. Well, anyway, stay tuned. I'll be back with more stuff on the silk moth. And as always, if you're interested in this stuff, go ahead and Do some research on your own. And I'd love to hear if you guys are getting confirmation. Last month a few people talked about seeing the bees. And with the confirmation, it doesn't always have to be that you'll see a silk moth necessarily, right? It could be that you'll see a picture of it, or somebody has it on their clothing, or on a logo, or in TV, or on the, in the internet. There's all sorts of ways that it might happen. And if it happens, definitely take the time to put it in the comment. I appreciate that. Okay, be back in a minute with my explanation. Stay tuned. Because the cocoon is used as a rattle by some Native American tribes, the silk moth can represent new rhythms coming into our lives, as well as healing through music. The silk produced is used in creating the finest fabrics in the world, and silk cloths are often used to wrap tarot decks. Okay, before we go, don't forget to check out all my other channels, including the Vivi Creative Shorts and the Kids channel, Learning Song for Kids with the Green Glen, and check out some of my art that I do, the Tapestry of Life mandalas, which is art created from your chart, and also I've been doing these the wire art, which is also created from your chart. Both make great gifts. If you go on my main page and look under the About section, you can find links to everything. Don't forget, if you're learning to read tarot with this, the Tarot in the Modern World is my book. It's very easy to understand. This could be a good companion if you're watching these videos to learn how to read tarot. And I'm recording this in mid-December. Until the end of the year, I'm going to be doing this year ahead video reading I've been doing, and lots of people have been interested in it. I'm going to till the end of December it'll be available. If you order it, know that you're going to get this email from YouTube. So you got to watch your mailbox for YouTube, and be sure that you are that your email is correct on your PayPal always when ordering a reading or anything, because that's the only way I have to get a hold of you. Okay. And so for me to notify you about anything, scheduling the readings, whatever I'm going to do, sending you charts, I need to have your accurate email. So always make sure that that's up to date. Remember, everybody, that you are love and beauty incarnate. Have a happy 2015. Thank you for everything, all your support with my artwork and the channel, and sharing the videos and liking and donating. I mean, the donations really do come in handy, because it takes a long time to do all these videos. I'm not bitching about it, but I'm just saying, no, I'm just saying that I appreciate it so much, all the people who do donate, and some that donate on a regular basis as well. Okay, well, thank you so much, and have a great year, and I'll talk to you soon.